Hi everyone and welcome back to the Overtake GT. This is a fantastic 700 pp build for the Porsche Cayman GT4 from 2016. Mid-engine rear wheel drive and absolutely phenomenal, over 500 brake horsepower. This thing is not to be shied away from. It is a brilliant car, solid performer, and definitely one that you should be using if you need a different car to get through Le Mans, money grinding, or any other 700 pp event you can throw it into, because it's sure to get you a win. Now what we need to do is get your car from Brand Central and follow me to the tuning shop, and let's get this build underway. So now we're at the tuning shop, let's get this Cayman up to speed and make sure you can get yourself a win at Le Mans and beyond. Okay, first thing is we need to shed some weight, so weight reduction stage 1 is what we need from here. Club Sports, you need to get a high lift camshaft, high compression pistons. Weight reduction stage 2, I would get a power restrictor and a ballast as well, because that's just going to aid with giving this car extra grip at the rear. Okay, semi-racing crankshaft, fully customizable computer, a fully customizable LSD, weight reduction stage 3, and increase the body rigidity. Under racing, you want to get stroke up, engine balance tuning, racing air filter and a racing silencer, racing exhaust manifold, racing brake pads, racing brake kit, brake balance controller, fully customizable suspension, and a racing clutch and flywheel. Then you want to get a fully customizable racing transmission and a set of racing hard tyres. Extreme, get a set of intermediates, because if you do go Le Mans, it throws up that curveball. And under Ultimate, you can't get anything from there for this build because it'll just be too much. Okay, let's get to GT Auto and continue this build over there and make it look as good as it's going to perform. So now we're at GT Auto, the first thing you need to do is go to car maintenance and service. And while you're on there, if you just go down to the right hand side, it'll say wide body, and you just want to get that installed. And you can see this has already got that on there, and that livery makes it stand out even more with that wide body. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, so now that we've done that, let's go to car customization. So the first thing we're going to do at car customization is, of course, that's right, you guessed it, the wheels. So wheels are first, and you can see I've gone for these Oz wheels on this, the Super Turismo LM wheels. They just look absolutely fantastic, and they fit the wheel arch really nice. 20-inch standard, brim width wide, offset standard, and get those installed on the car, and you can see they just look absolutely great, and they fill that space perfectly. Okay, get them installed and away we go. Okay, moving on, custom parts. So at the front you want type A, the side type A, the rear standard, and the wing custom wing set. It's the best way to go through this and make sure you're maximising the downforce and the process we go through on the setting sheet. So do that, it'll look great. Custom wing set, pick whichever you want. I've gone for the low wing on there, but you can go medium and you can go high. I just thought that gave it a better look in my opinion, just especially when you're looking at it like that. I just feel it looks a bit better. Each to their own, you pick what's best for you, and no one's going to complain, are they, because it's your car. Look at that, stunning. Okay, racing items, bonnet pin, pick whichever one you want. Tow hook, same again, I didn't go for any. And roll cage, I didn't put one in this, but feel free to do so. Okay, under all that you've got your light bulb. I went for the super cool LEDs, number plate, type B rear only, just to make sure I could get rid of that horrid one that was on the front. And caliper colour, I just left that the way it was. And that's it really. Livery editor, I made this one, so it's unique, one-off. If you like it, you know, let me know in the comments. But if not, you can always go to load style, make your own, and go from there. Okay, so now that we've done that, let's do the main thing. Let's get on that setting sheet and let's get this thing dialed in, ready to win at Le Mans and any other race we can throw this Porsche GT4 Cayman in. Okay, so now we're back at the garage and it's time to get this Cayman GT4 set up ready for the track. As you can see, 700 pp all tracks, and it's 1.58 updates. So 517 brake horsepower, and this thing is a dominant car at Le Mans. You just need to listen after this section, and there's some key information that you do need to know about the car, characteristics, and the best way to maximise its use. So let's get into the build. So racing hard tyres, first thing you need on there. Body height adjustment, 70 at the front and 85 at the rear. Your anti-roll bar 7 at the front, 10 at the rear. The dampen ratio compression is 25 front and rear, and the expansion's 50 front and rear. Now natural frequency is 2.95 at the front and 3.05 at the rear. Negative camber angle is 3 front and rear. Now I've gone for a toe out at the front of 0.10 and a toe in at the rear of 0.15. Now the initial torque is 7, your acceleration sensitivity is 25, and the braking sensitivity is 40. Downforce. Front 133, rear 360. Your ECU, leave that at 100%. The ballast is 90 kilos and ballast positioning 49, and the power restrictor stays at 100% as well. Now on the transmission, you want to adjust the automatic top speed to 300 km/h and make these manual adjustments, okay? So first gear 2.588, second gear 1.974, third gear 1.540, fourth gear 1.252, fifth gear 1.050, and sixth gear 0.907. And that's a final drive of 3.803. This thing revs over 8,500 RPM and it sounds astonishing, especially in that cockpit view, and it looks absolutely amazing there as well. Anyone that uses a VR headset, this car really does look great on the inside. Here's everything else that you need on there. The car looks great. I've set the brake controller to 3 at the rear, and that's just to help with it, the braking and the fact that this car is rear wheel drive. Now let's get into a quick lap guide at Le Mans. There's some key information in there, so please stick around and enjoy it. And here we go. Let's get straight into that now. Okay, here we go. It is time to see what this car can do here at Le Mans. So let's get our admin out the way, just as we're catching Bishop. Eared up a little bit more, just so I can get on there. There we go. So get that onto lean. Quite important. We can get this car to settle down. We can just start overtaking all these little back markers, because that's what they'll end up being as we move forward with the race. This car is very well balanced. It'll suit pretty much anyone's driving style. And again, it's just a great one for you to use and have in your garage when you want to have a change. So there's the Cayman GT4 in front. Let's go. Good job, we've got good brakes. Last thing you want to do is be smashing into anyone. It's like a parting of the sea. Straight through we go. Little love tap there from Haywood, but hey, we'll carry on. And you can see things are looking rosy there with the fuel. Okay, so let's get back onto this now. So make sure your weather radar, if I just go back, make sure that's set to level 50, on the 50 miles, sorry, because you just want to make sure that you've got a good eye on that rain when it does come over, and it will at Le Mans, it definitely will. And on the racing hard tyres, that's going to give us that bit more power. And we need that to make sure that we can keep catching and keep moving forward throughout the race. You can see the time dropping, so don't be stressing about a thing at all. But this is such a good car, it's solid, it won't let you down, and again, it's a very durable one for you to use. Now this is the second one of these I've made. The first one, I have made some changes to it that I can't take back, so unfortunately I've had to rebuild. And this is the resultant one. But don't panic and don't stress. It's all in good fun, because this car's absolutely stunning. It's fast, it's astonishingly, enjoyable to drive. And it's not a car that I would have thought about using either. But again, thanks to someone dropping me a message. It's on the channel and it's there for you. Right up behind Lopez. The last few times he's been at the very back, or the back two as we come round. So we'll see where we're at when the weather does drop over. So as you can see with me, the settings, I've got no traction control on. Brake balance, I've set that to 3 at the rear, just to give it a bit of help with braking. Obviously being rear wheel drive. Fuel map's looking okay, so we're not too bad there either. And then obviously you've got track marking your radar. So everything's looking good so far. Just going to watch these. Sometimes do get a bit out of shape. And we just stick to second and we'll just squeeze past them in a moment as well. Oh, he's trying to take them up the inside. Give him a bit of space. Try and do that if you can. If you're doing like daily races and things, it'll just help your driver rating. If you just cut across someone and things, it affects you, which is quite bizarre, but you know, if you can try and build that into the way you drive, it's not too bad. And if you're thinking a Porsche Cayman, here we are now, 4th, and we're catching pretty quick still. You know, still doing 125 plus through the Porsche curves there. We knocked the second out just going through the Porsche curves. That's it, back, power down, and just keep on gaining. Because you know by the end of the next lap we're going to be well in front by a comfortable margin. Portia, there he is. Come on. Right, I will see you when we come into pit. Okay, so we're coming up and you can see it says 0.9 laps of fuel, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a lap of half shifting and I'm going to get an extra lap out of this car, because with that rain coming over I don't want to be wasting a pit stop. I would rather do a lap, an extra one while these come in. We have Blazan behind us and we'll just keep pressing on that, and I'll show you how to make this work, because it's pretty simple. Just gear up a bit earlier, you know, don't do it silly quick, you know, like double gear up. That's no good to anyone. But if you look at that gap we've got to Portia, you know, that's ideal. And what we'll do is we'll just keep doing this, fuel save, and we'll get round in a decent bit of time. You can see Portia slightly catching, but don't stress. As soon as we stretch our legs in this car, he hasn't got a chance. You can see that now, it's starting to go back up again. So just the way that weather's coming across and down, as soon as it gets on the light blue, I'm going to be able to deal with that, and that'll be okay. So we can get in, pit, and come out with a handy little lead. So you can see, here I am finishing the Porsche curves, 21 seconds to Portia, and the rain has come across now. It's not too bad, so I think what I'll do is I'll get in and I'll put the same tyres on, because we can still drive on these. We don't need inters in this. But if it does get worse, I will be coming back in. I managed to get 3 laps of fuel, but I did spend 1 lap half shifting, 1.5 laps half shifting. So just bear that in mind if you are going to be using this car, because the last thing that you want to be doing is being on the wrong tyre at the wrong time. But if you want to fuel save and get 3 laps instead of 2, then you do need to half shift. So that's when the rev counter gets halfway, shift. You're still pulling away, you're still getting a decent lead, and you'll still win. Gives you that extra lap, and you're not losing too much time per lap, so I think that's okay. But if you just want to absolutely nail it, you're going to get 2 laps. So there's 2 options available. You can either do, you know, a couple of stops, you know, 3 stops, so you can do 2 stops, it's up to you. But just manage your strategy yourself. You can see, you know, that's the option I've gone for, which is 3 laps, just to make sure that it'll work. And you can see there, just by fuel saving, that'll come up saying 2 and 8, 3 laps. There you go. So as you can see, I've picked the right tyres, I've come out at the right time, and I'm not going to fuel save now. I'm going to absolutely go as fast as I can, and hopefully the weather will change a bit more later on. And if it doesn't, that's fine. I'll have put in enough effort to get a decent lead and make this car work, because it's such a good car to drive, and this is the perfect place to be using it. And don't forget, you can use them on your weekly challenges and any other events that pop up. You know, it's just another great car to have in your armoury. Right, let's see how we get on between now and the next set of pit stops. Okay, coming into pit, you see the weather radar, and I need to just make a decision here, because I can't see everything and I don't know how bad that's going to affect the track. I'm not sure if it's going to hit it or miss it. I'm just trying to think now what's going to happen in the next few seconds. Do I just go for hards hope I can get out and carry on, or do I go for racing intermediates? And that's where I'm at. So I think what I might do is, I'm tempted to go on the inters, so I'm just going to see if it's going to rain in the pit lane or not. And that's going to let me decide if it starts getting heavy, I will. If it doesn't, I won't. Let's see where I'm at. This car getting closer and the queuing's into pit. So it's not raining, it looks like it's getting brighter. I'm going for hards, I've gone for hards. Is this the right decision? 2 laps of fuel. Let's have a look. I've stuck with the hard tyres. Portier's behind us, but he's going to pit at the end of this lap. Okay, here we are, about to cross the finish. We're over 50 seconds ahead. And this car has just absolutely outperformed the expectations I had for it massively. It's done so well. Look at this, come on, last little bit, come on, over the line, go, 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 go. And we've done it in a 408. I'll tell you what a car. It is able to just take any amount of punishment. You've got a few different options when it comes to your fuel and management, so you can half shift, get 3 laps, nail it, get 2 laps, because it uses 1.1 fuel per lap. And look at that, 52 seconds ahead in the queuing in the end, 408.4. Not too bad, a really solid car for you to have with the Cayman GT4. So it's a great little car, one that I would recommend. And if you're just starting out, it's a good one just to build and enjoy, and it'll get you through a lot in the game as well. So don't forget, every Friday you can watch live streams with me, 12 till 5 UK time. So 12 midday till 5 in the afternoon. You'll get your weekly challenges uploaded on the Friday as well, where I'll go through them with you, and all these builds that I've done now, you can reuse them, recycle them through those events, and make sure that you're saving yourself as much as possible, but gaining as much as possible at the same time. If you want to become a channel member, then by all means do that, starting from 99p. Good little things on there, and we get to have a laugh. We can do races throughout the month as well if you want to join in those. All those options are listed there, and the most important one for me, please subscribe. Don't miss any of these future builds, because they are coming thick and fast. And thanks to everyone that has suggested all these builds, that's what I'm cracking on with. So you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.